It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces, as promised, but they will need to find their own landing zones. You may be without assistance as you navigate the station. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flat hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
Is this his idea of demonstrating might? Hell of a way to do it.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning: the rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony.
Oh good. I love when more complications are added to the pile. I can handle them with ease, Commander. Just say the word.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander.
No time for a chit-chat, dear. We have a
To be so close. The rift. It's magnificent. When we've done what we do... to do. It's finally time. I shall soon be reborn into perfection. Thank you for bringing me here.
Some creatures can smell danger. I think I might have absorbed some of that. Watch those troops carefully. That must be the Providence. Were it in other hands, I can imagine the real good it could do.
Everything's broken here. Flyers, landing pad, dirty. Oh.
We're all in this together. The Skip Drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is
Gives you shivers, don't it?
the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect Skip Drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. We're all in this together. The Skip Drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our Skip Drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The Skip Drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station.
What a shame. But reckon it's better he didn't live again to see this.
Rival. Eliminate.
Yeah.
Susceptible. Henry, exposure. Stay in overtime.
Step aside. Don't
Ready.
Just like I look like I can do that
Sensors indicate something. Back in Visuals. For Gary!
On the up.
For Gary! Henry, exposure. Undermining.
Ain't nobody that deserves this.
Should be able to sort this out with the rift modulator.
Attention! This is your Auntie calling. Per our agreement, Auntie's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory. I've experienced all my plasma burns, but with both of them backing us,
We got a real shot at this.
Well, thank you, Commander. Don't make me offend you.
enemy in the duration range. Super durable. Catch yourself up. Stop talking. All on the roof.
This weapon pride! This might sting. Not yet. Hold on. Thumb's breaking. Uh-oh. Commander's on.
Charged and ready to make.
Raft's raring to go.
Not possible. The target could got off in my claw. Mess with me, you get the claw. I am renewed.
Sorry.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions in place. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Blood shall be shed, victory and death, all on the rift.
Grass tingling.
Exposure.
Enemy terrain.
Testing my hypothesis. Finishing my fight.
Step aside. Dawn is breaking.
En ready. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
The Order
Supplies and
thanks you
medical
for your
attention are
tactful
available
negotiations
to
with
you, Commander.
anti-Stuarts.
Please,
Supplies
proceed.
are available.
Be mindful of where you step. Chasms are everywhere.
Hey, this one can talk.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Law, what's happening to me? So it is you. Thank Law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
I don't understand what's happening. I reckon that's true. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true. A rift. That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why is everything destroyed? What's happening to me?
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But
is failing.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this. Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. End this for me? I don't think I can do it myself. Well.
Pascal? Helen?
Yeah. All right. Goodbye then, Commander. I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on.
It's all right. It's all yours. I swear it.
I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on. Just wait here, Commander.
Surprise killing is the best!
These soldiers look even more hideous than our grafting experiments.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
That's one way to become the center of attention.
Did you hear from the rifts? They don't look right.
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's Choice and the Order, ain't you? We got supplies and medical support for you up ahead.
You with Auntie?
Hold clear.
We brought
Supplies and medical attention are available to you, Commander. Please, proceed.
Stop deviating from the baseline.
Incoming Protectorate. Looks like they're heading to the skip labs. Wonder why.
That's one way to become the center of attention.
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments. Any injuries you may have sustained appear to... Any treatments or supplies you may require are complimentary. May the numbers guide... Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Greetings! In what particular way are you afflicted? Step right up. I say usually because Auntie has declared a rare no catch. Well, it's all a technicality. I have been Go ahead and take any supplies you'll need. You don't look...
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Violence is the answer. It might sting a lot. Don't afraid a lot. Victory and death. Too much. Ready to spread the truth.
Outlaws always crabby.
Hazard benefits! Better than overtime!
in the best shape after being pulled from the rift, but that makes them no less deadly.
That's still recharging!
All on the wrist.
Absorbed plasma. Never seen that before, didn't know it was possible. One thing's for sure, we're not getting around it.
It'll take some doing to get past it. We ought to have a look around.
Eardrops, not a good look, Commander.
This is scientist Bernard Rand. This is scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
Don't look at me. Numbers ain't in my purview.
One rift equation solved. Let's plug it into the terminal at the Skip Labs and see if it's right. With both eyes open.
Can't hear orders. Why are you sleeping? Orders misunderstood.
Get 3 and dead. Like sting. A lot. always did fancy himself a scientist.
Wow. And this fool had people hanging on his every word? You know those folk who wear top hats and stock their pantries with purple-berry liquor to appear wealthy-like?
Yeah, this feels like that.
Great. Now we can get through the chamber. And we won't expire immediately like our friend here.
actively hit. We should make haste to get to the Providence. We have business with that rift.
Attention. Please report to intake.
No welcoming committee?
Welcome aboard.
Should be simple unsealing the hangar at least.
Practicing some battlefield medicine. Finished showing extreme prejudice to our enemies. Let us board.
In spite of your success thus far, the hard work is not yet finished. You still need to seize the rift modulator, and both the modulator and the conductor of this ill-conceived plot are on the decks above us. However, there are security protocols.
Oh, two of the strongest individuals in Arcadia aren't enough for you? Well, perhaps you need a quick bowl of purpleberry crunch for an...
A precision strike team meets the requirements of this mission. Bringing any more troops would have been excessive. Each deck has its own restrictions, and the lift can only be operated with access credentials, such as a pass card. An alternate route through the engine room is viable, but there is a high likelihood that you will encounter automechanical defenses. Much on this ship, it seems, is not for the eyes of the rank and file. Indeed, I will hold position on this level to ensure you are not flanked by enemy reinforcements. Look for me once you have reached the uppermost level. We will regroup there.
Greetings, subject. Please note that any attempts to... Please make a request. This ship is only for authorized protect. If you are not a protectorate subject, please purchase a weapon from this unit and shoot your... Subjects are expected to pay in case of enemy attack. Subject is expected to kill invaders,
That's one way to become the center of attention.
Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Violence is the... Gun-scraping! Victory and death!
On what? No law-damn target!
I'll find my next victim. I mean a hostile combatant. The dawn rises! Help! I'm in no condition to play anybody alive!
I'm alive. Who needs too much mayhem to be sown to stop and talk right now? about to get ugly, Commander. Unless you'd like to avoid the direct approach.
What's going on down there, Deck 01? I saw an intruder alert. Suspicious is what I am. I'm sending an audience.
Next time, let one of us do the talking. We got incoming.
Let's rub inside!
Medical pack, out!
Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator.
Obviously trying to wear us down through attrition, Commander. Must be unaware that we're happy to kill anything they throw at us.
Those kills wins!
What, we need access credentials now? Enough of this. Let's just start killing. Start somewhere. That rift modulators must be somewhere around here.
Produce these credentials when asked will result in swift disciplinary action.
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the... You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I... Oh, are you... You should share your progress with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the rift... Of course. It's my wife, you see. She's never loved me, and she chews with her mouth open. Montserrat asserts that this is not how the rift shall work, but I believe he simply needs to read.
Homicidal! Turn me up.
Trouble ahead.
Not a good look, Commander.
Don't hurt me!
Blood shall be shed, pants shall be soiled.
Looks like he was in charge around here. If anyone's got information about the rift modulator on their person, it's him.
Recharged and ready to make. Back with a vengeance. I keep your guts stuff aside. Swine, victory and death.
Prescription filled.
Revive me! Murder's more fun with an...
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
I need reviving. I need...
Medkit coming your way.
Rack's raring to go.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will unfortunately the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Well, we got the schematics. This report got me asking questions. If they found rifts in deep space, where humanity supposedly ain't been, how did they form? It don't add up. But we got no time to ponder it just yet. We got the modulator. All that's left is to deal with the console and shutter that rift for good.
Your punctuality is as commendable as ever. How did you fare in securing the rift modulator? Yet one more hindrance to Did you find anything else of note? That was not When one learns information, we know that rifts are only caused by skip drives. So if it proves definitively that life did not originate on Earth, and may
Of course, I wouldn't want to discount.
I concur. This is a discussion for later. I have run the numbers, and should you wish to negotiate with the Consul, you must be strategic. He will not react well to a direct attack on his character or methods early on, regardless of what happened.
I might tread, We didn't come all this way to negotiate.
You should take this time to prepare, and if there is anything more you need to say to me...
The distinguished presiding...
Don't overlook the main attraction, dear. I even wore my finest battle attire.
I might have known you'd conspire with our enemy and lead some foolhardy crusade against...
Forming an alliance was necessary to combat the irrationality of...
I will not. I am saving this colony from itself, and ridding it entirely of traitors and trespassers. Do not place his... And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? Such bravado is Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall...
Greater tranquility
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble, and I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. It's only a crime in your estimation. When one clinches a decisive victory, who among the living would dare complain? Using the very rift modulator on this ship, we will destroy Arcadia and edit the information stored. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened. When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path. And I will do... Intrepid, aren't you? Well, our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. I've found when most people haven't a leg to stand. Listen closely. Since you took your time scurrying about my ship, presumably that alone should tell you that we don't make our own. Without this discovery, we may never have realized the power we now possess. It's your time that's wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan. Do not presume to tell me what is or isn't the truth. I was advisor to the original Sovereign. I know the... Yes, of course we argued over methodology. I regret that he had to make such a difficult choice. You just come and go as you please, dude. But fulfilling the Architect's plan is worth the cost. Henry would agree. The people would... So you say.
Madness is rarely apparent to one in its throes.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia, and you must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. And what is your definition of wrong? Have you anything substantial to back such a claim? I see. Well, the Protectorate was clearly meant to harness this power. Nothing you claim can disprove everything that... I will not be lectured. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims. No. No, Reuben would not have gone against her. He was a stalwart If he even attempted to bastardize the Protectorate cause, then we will have undone all of the Matriarch's work. I swore to guide the but surely it cannot be possible that I've got... It doesn't matter what you bring before me. I stand firm in the knowledge... Indeed.
Violence is the answer.
If the readouts are to be believed, the rift is on the verge of destabilizing completely. But the rift modulator cannot be operated from this distance. It must be flown into the rift.
Wait, so you're saying one of us has to do it, right?
Though it may be troubling to you, this conclusion holds no uncertainty. Someone present must do this. Sometimes there is...
The Order and I will use the schematics and the processed rift data to mass-produce modulators that are usable at a distance. These pesky rifts will soon know...
Sounds to me like some of us won't have...
I don't see why it has to be you, dear. I mean, I would, but I've spent
I will work with anti-personal.
Typical.
This is what my whole life has been leading to.
I'm happy for you, so long as you get that rift closed.
I wasn't asking. I'm going.
This ain't the way I thought our little team would break up.
And miss my chance to... Can you feel it, Commander? The threshold to perfection.
The commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Asa happily joined the commander on his final voyage, an enthusiastic partner in sacrifice. And thus she finally found a peaceful, poetic death within the raging chaos at the center of her turbulent life. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milverstreet was promoted, while rival Officer Carr seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Augustine de Vries was killed on the reconstituted Horizon Point Station. A fitting end, considering her actions. De Vries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Inez's convincing appeals to the press earned her clout in reforming Auntie's Choice's cruel grafting program. Yet it was a constant struggle, rife with red tape and pushback from program executives. This was Inez's new battle, one she would fight for the rest of her life. Tristan never uncovered who actually killed the Supreme Arbiter, a failing that chipped away at his ability to arbitrate. His once promising calling eventually ended with him stripped of rank, programming menial auto-mechanicals somewhere deep within the husk of Protectorate society. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Ruth Bassar proceeded to interface with the archive, an agonizing process that clawed away her lifespan. The archive computed that she was mistaken to compromise with the corporatists. To advance the plan, she needed to destroy them from within. So she proceeded to do just that. She had only been using the corporation for its logistical infrastructure. Auntie herself and at least some of her top executives needed to cease existing in Arcadia, either via assassination or skip-drive-assisted exile. Bassar stripped the power from the corporatists in subtle ways, until it was too late for them to stop her. Yet it remained unclear how long the Order could sustain its dominance once Ruth Bassar passed on to become one with the equation. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. The dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on. with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe-ending catastrophe. Meanwhile, an entrepreneurial work group of chemistricians unveiled a new flavor of purple berry crunch. The rifts across Arcadia and beyond were soon closed. Trade quickly resumed, with Auntie's Choice handling logistics. Yet, more than just goods and resources traveled the re-established trade routes. The Order's version of scientism spread as well. Many colonies stabilized, many thrived, and some even rose to an Arcadian level of prosperity. But there are still some that have never been heard from. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.